5.
Welcome back, 8:11 right now, and good day, Orlando. 4 people hit waiting at a LYNX bus stop in Orlando. It happened Friday morning. This is breaking news. A minivan slammed into a bus bench after troopers say the driver lost control. Again, 4 people were sitting there this morning. Is enough being done to try to keep you safe? And joining us right now is, I want to make sure I have your name right. Is it Amanda Day from the director of the Best Foot Forward program? Good to see you, Amanda. How are you? Thank you for being here.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Talk to me about the circumstances surrounding this, because I think one of the things that people are most shocked about is that these folks did nothing wrong. They're sitting on a bench at a bus stop waiting, and a driver comes up off the road and hits them.
It's tragic all the way around. And as far as the driver, I mean, this is what happens when you might be distracted, or really when you're operating a vehicle that's, several thousand pounds. You look away, and next thing you know, you're up on a sidewalk, and 3 or 4 people are injured. It's tragic all the way around, and this can be prevented.
So let's talk about prevention, because that is truly the key here. What could have been done to keep these folks safe?
Well, there's a lot of things that actually are happening now around bus stops, so the LYNX bus stops, that they are looking at guardrails, or even looking at the placement of the bus stops to be, say, closer to a light, or even a pedestrian crosswalk as well, and focusing on some of those high crash corridors. Unfortunately, those corridors like Pine Hills, Silver Star, 50, 436, I mean, the list goes on, right? That in those corridors, that's where you have a lot of the pedestrian and driver conflicts and fatalities. So LYNX is researching, putting plans together of moving some of these bus stops too, but this all takes time. And so it starts with us, as far as the drivers, to look out for each other too.
Right, and obviously that is the big thing. We have one of the highest, if not the highest, pedestrian deaths in the entire country because of this, because drivers aren't paying attention.
That is correct. And so there's a lot of, I guess, conversation out there of when a pedestrian or even a bicyclist is injured or killed. We start doing the victim blaming of, well, if the pedestrian wasn't wearing, dark clothes or didn't cross there. But the conversation really needs to go back to the driver. Of drivers, all of us, we need to know the rules of the road, and we need to pay attention. And quite frankly, the state leaders and our elected officials need to be looking at, is it time to bring driver's ed back into school and start teaching us how to drive?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a good conversation to have. Amanda Day from Best Foot Forward, always good to have you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. All right, 8:14 right now. Let's check in.